What goes on in your thoughts either is going to have negative all over it, or you're going to have thoughts that could be on the other end, which are positive. And so this is just a table here, right? And these could be, these are a sample of degrading negative thoughts that could go through your head at any time during the day. And our work is to realize that a thought is only a thought. So I'm going to put this little cloud right here. A thought is just a thought. It's not a deciding factor. So when you have a thought that floats through, this is a cloud, it's a floater. You have a thought that floats through your head. If you leave it in the negative, well, then what happens is it can turn bad on you. It can turn bad. And then now this negative thought floats around in your head, and sooner or later it's going to affect you. So your survival and your ability to thrive depends on managing these thoughts. And if a negative one floats in, you can switch it to a go thought that can move you. So you can switch these. You can turn these into a different kind of thought. That's called thought management. So when the thought says you're not good enough, you can leave it like that, or you can say something back and say, no, I am good enough. So in your head, there was a voice that said you're not good enough. So in your head, you say, no, I am good enough. And if this thought says, no, you're not, then you say, oh, yes, I am. And if this thought says, no, I'm going to take you over. And then you say, no, I'm taking you over. And the negative thought goes, no. And you say, yes. And you take over. You take over your thoughts. Wherever they go, you take them over. If you're like, oh my gosh, I just did my video and I look ridiculous. And that thought is in there, and it's just like smashing you and maybe even getting huge, right? It's like, well, then you over here, you get to go, no, I look amazing and I got this. And over here, it's like, no, Kirk, I really think this and I really feel this. Like, I really look ridiculous. That's fine that's happening, but you have to get back in charge and go, no, this is how I am. Because you either are going to have your thoughts control you, or you control your thoughts. It's either you are in charge or your thoughts are in charge. Your thoughts are clouds that are floating through. It's not a boss. Your thoughts are not the boss. You are the boss. Click the raise the hand button if you agree with me. You're the boss of how it goes on. But if your thoughts pipe up and get, nasty or reckless in there, you're just going to let it happen? You can't just let somebody walk into your house and just throw mud everywhere and just start throwing your dishes on the floor. You're going to stand there and just watch them? No, you were like, bam. It's like, knock it off. Knock it off. You just like, bam, you're on it. You're like, don't throw mud around in my house. And the thought's like, well, you look stupid. It's like, you know what? You need to shut up. You need to shut up. And your thoughts are like, well, you're not smart. It's like, you know what? I got stuff. I'm not stupid because I got this far. It's a debate. And you win those debates. You don't let your thoughts take over and you cower down to your thoughts. You don't cower down to your thoughts. They're your thoughts. It's your talking in your head. So you take over. You take over. You take over and you change these. So whatever is said, you can say the opposite. Because your thoughts, they're going to affect you. They're going to affect you. And you either are going to have one of these float through your head and take over, or you generate one of these to take over. So you decide, and seriously, make those decisions every day. What's running the show? Because these just float through, boom, 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 right? These are clouds. And if you allow them to be neutral, there's going to be ones that are bad though, and you generate good ones to manage these, and you push those out. You decide what goes on in here, because what goes on in here, whatever you think, affects how you feel, affects what you do. That's how it works. Pretty simple. What you think is what you're going to feel, or what you feel is going to be what you think, and then that's going to affect what you do. It's just how it works. And so you got to manage these two and go, uh-oh, I got something in here that's messing with me, and it's going to just totally shut you down. It won't let you work, won't let you do stuff, or it gets you going, right? So just want to touch base on that with you, how important this is to consciously be in charge of this. And it happens to all of us. And I'm here to show and remind you, if it happens, you list down your negative thoughts on this side, and you can list down the comments and the direction you want to go on this side. And so this is what takes charge to straighten up the recklessness of these thoughts. Most of us, yeah, we're adults, but it doesn't mean we are in control of what goes on inside of our head. So we got to practice. So what's in there is good and it's working, right?